Welcome to the French Made Easy podcast, where I give you all the basics you need to speak French clearly and confidently. I'm your host, Mathilde, and I'm a French teacher, mompreneur, and bread and cheese lover. Join me as I dive into all things French for beginners and deliver to you bite-sized, easy-to-follow lessons every Tuesday. Let's get started. On commence. Bonjour tout le monde. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the French Made Easy podcast. This is episode number 94, numéro 94. So last week's episode was about transportation modes, like the train, the plane, etc. And I've received a question from one of my students, and I thought that most of you listening to the podcast could benefit from the answer. So the question was regarding an example I had in last week's exercises. And for those who are new here, each lesson on the podcast comes with exercises. So anyway, one of the example was elles vont au collège en bus. Elles vont au collège en bus. And the question was, does it matter if I say en bus or à bus? And the quick answer is yes, it does matter, and you cannot say elles vont au collège à bus. That's incorrect. So that's what I'm going to explain today, and that's what we are going to learn. So which preposition to use before a transportation mode. So when you want to say by car, by train, by bus, etc., as per the example I gave you, which preposition do you need to use? So again, if you are brand new here, welcome, and make sure you have your lessons cheat sheet in front of you so you can see the words while listening to the lesson. The download link is in the episode notes, and after the lesson, you can head over to the French Made Easy library to download your lessons exercises, and it's free. Okay, so to translate by car, by train, or basically anything by plus a transportation mode, you will use the prepositions à or en. And those two prepositions are not completely interchangeable. So which one should you use? Let me share two rules with you. Rule number one. Before a transportation mode that you can enter or that you can be inside of, use the preposition en. I-N, en. Par exemple, je vais au travail en voiture. I'm going to work by car. Je vais au travail en voiture. Je vais au travail en train, en bateau, en avion, en taxi, etc. For all of these transportation modes, la voiture, the car, le train, train, le bateau, boat, l'avion, plane, you can be inside of them. That is why we use the preposition en, because it's transportation mode that you can enter. Rule number two. Before a transportation mode that you cannot enter, that you cannot be inside of, and I'd even say that you are riding, use the preposition à with a grave accent on top of the letter A, right? À. For example, je vais au travail à vélo. I'm going to work by bike, right? Je vais au travail à vélo. Je vais au travail à scooter, à trottinette, à moto, etc. All these examples that I gave you are transportation modes that you cannot enter, that you cannot be inside of. Now, this was rule number two. But it is very, very common to hear in modern spoken French speakers say en vélo, en scooter, en trottinette, etc. So grammatically speaking, that would be incorrect, right? If we follow the rule. But language constantly evolves, and it is just very common for French speakers to interchange them. So I'd be pretty relaxed about rule number 2, to be honest. But, the main thing that you have to remember here is that for rule number 1, you cannot interchange them. In other words, it would be wrong to replace en with à. So you can't say je vais au travail à voiture or à taxi. That's incorrect. You need to say je vais au travail en taxi. So let's just recap which preposition to use before a transportation mode. Rule number 1, before a transportation mode that you can enter, that you can be inside of, use the preposition en. Je vais au travail en voiture. Rule number 2, and again, I'm calling that a relaxed rule, before a transportation mode that you cannot enter, that you cannot be inside of, use the preposition à. Je vais au travail à vélo. So I hope that clarifies that little question, but also while we're here, and even if it's not a transportation mode per se, but nonetheless, an important expression to remember, by foot translates to à pied. Je vais au travail à pied. And that concludes our lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed it and you're not more confused by it. But now you know when to use en and when to use à before a transportation mode. And I'll chat with you in the next episode. Merci beaucoup et à bientôt. Hey, it's me again. Before you go, I just wanted to let you know that if you are struggling with French pronunciation, I am excited to announce my new and free beginner's audio guide. It's called 5-Step Roadmap to Effortless French Pronunciation. It's really designed to simplify your French pronunciation journey and to make it less overwhelming for you. So if you are a beginner starting or restarting to learn French and you want to improve your French pronunciation, then this audio guide is perfect for you. And obviously, you'll also get a transcript with the audio guide so you can follow along while you listen. So click the link inside your podcast notes to access your audio guide. It is free. À bientôt. Bye.